In the group of model airplanes that I purchased, I spent one afternoon trying to get a half A Viking flying. It's powered by a TD-051. Here you see the three models that I had purchased before going to the Nats. Here you see the Blazer and the Viking. I did get the Blazer flying. Last winter I had built a Viking and used an electric motor and had many good flights, but at the Nats it didn't transition right, and when I RDT'd it, it folded the wing. The first flight on the glow-powered Viking, I let the motor run really rich, and it just seemed like it went straight, and then it turned to the left and started to stall.
Heads up!
The little hard landing broke the tank mount, which are hard to find now, but someone had one and gave it to me and wouldn't take any money for it. I really appreciate that. That was really something. So I changed the tank out in the hot sun. I don't know why I didn't go in the shade to do it, but I got it done. So I tried it again, and I tried to gently put in more right rudder, but it seemed like it really just wanted to go straight, and of course it was stalling. I had run the engine before leaving for the Nats, but I never did test glides on this one. Try it again. I did get it to go more to the right, but it still had that stall. And every time it stalled on the glide, it took out the prop, so I had to change the prop every flight. I thought as I had the plane going more to the right under power, that would fix the stall and the glide, but it didn't really seem to do that. I should have checked the CG on the plane. I thought it had flown before. It had shims on the front of the stab, so it appeared that it was adjusted to try to not climb as much. Well, finally I got to the point where I had a little too much right, and then it spiraled in, but not very hard. The wing would pop off, and of course it'd break the propeller, but that was the only damage. This has fused DT, and that was kind of a pain to work with too. If I would have had RDT, it could have probably saved the propeller at least from the stalls. Well, this time it was just really a bad launch. So at this point I put some lead in the nose and did some test glides. When I got home, I see the CG is really close to where it shows on the plan. Well, at this point I was getting closer, and at least I wasn't breaking a prop on every flight. By this point I was getting pretty frustrated, and Hope and Josh came over and tried to help me. I was having trouble starting the engine. Turns out I just hadn't put fuel in it this time. I talked to Roger a little bit, who had won the one event of the Viking and had it crash so many times, but he kept repairing it. He said the plane is kind of inconsistent. It would do one thing one time and another thing another time. Well, hopefully I'll get this Viking flying like my electric version flies.